This video is brought to you by Truefire. Truefire's course library features over 50,000 interactive video guitar lessons covering all styles, techniques, and levels. Over 2 million guitar players worldwide learn, practice, and play with Truefire. Sign up for a free trial at Truefire and save 30% off your first or next purchase with the promo code AXOFC30. Grab your guitar and ignite your musicality. Learn, practice, and play with Truefire. What's going on, everybody? And in this week's lesson, we are going to check out how Ghost, the satanic pop song geniuses that they are, how they can teach us how to play bar chords. Now, bar chords on the guitar tend to be difficult, especially early on in our playing. But the shape of a bar chord, since the guitar is nothing but shapes and patterns, really, is essential to continue our guitar evolution, so to speak. All right, so I figured we're gonna look at the song Kaisarion from their new album, and we're not gonna go through the whole thing. I'm just gonna look at one of the sections. So this isn't really a tutorial how to play this song. We're just gonna look at one of the sections from the song and how we can use it to train our hands to learn about bar chords on the instrument itself, okay? So before we jump in, down on the description below, you can find the links to the tabs that you see going across the screen, and a little bit about the tuning. This song is tuned down one step. Now, you don't really have to do that to learn these chords. The only thing you have to do that for is actually if you want to play along with the song itself, all right? So I want to look at the pre-chorus of the song, and that sounds like this. I'll play you the part from the song. We're gonna look at that. Really fun riff to play. Nice double picked. It's great for your picking, your palm muting, and all that kind of stuff. But let's look at those chords. These chords are, again, your basic major minor shapes, essentially your E, A minor shapes, right? E and A shapes, if you're into the caged system at all. So let's look at the chords. And since we are tuned down, I'm still gonna speak about these chords as if we were in standard tuning, but know that they will be a whole step down from where we are, okay? So if we go to the 4th fret of the 5th string, 4, 6, 6, 5, C sharp minor chord. So this is the first shape we're gonna look at. This is, again, an essential shape for guitar playing. And even if you can't get the bar itself, which we'll talk about in a second, just getting the 4 notes is really important, and you can get away with playing it, right? So if we play 4, 6, 6, 5, the middle finger note on the 2nd string, that's gonna give us our minor note, right? Our minor qualifier. So, and then we're gonna move that chord down to the major shape. And this, again, like an open position A chord, we have 2, and then with our ring finger, 4, 4, 4. We do this bar thing. And this is where we tend to break the rules for guitar playing, because most of the time when we start playing, they're like, stay on your fingertips, don't bend your fingers, right? Barrett's law. So here, we're actually breaking our rules. Anytime you're playing the guitar and you see these knuckles breaking in, bending in like that, that's not really what you want when you're playing scales. But this particular chord, again, breaks that rule, because you can see right here, I have to break that knuckle in to bar across strings right there. Okay, and then the next chord, we're gonna move down to the low string, 2nd fret, and it's the same shape that you played here on 4, just on the low string. And when we do that, we get the opposite chord quality. Here was minor, this one is major. Okay, and again, don't worry about the bar itself, okay? Anybody remember the song Wicked Game way back when? That's the same exact chord progression. Great song. Anyway, so we have this major minor shape. So let's talk about these a little bit. That first one, the minor shape. If the riff goes, that minor note comes down by 1 fret down to 4. And when we do that, we get a suspended sounding chord, okay? And those chords are neither major nor minor because we've removed the qualifier out of the picture. So that's a good thing to kind of recognize. We have sus, right? If I go back up, I get the minor. If I take that up and I go up one more, I get the major. And if I go up one more, I get another sus, or another suspended chord, okay? So that is good information to know on the guitar, right? So the riff itself, we're just double picking those notes. The root note, the power chord, the minor note, and then the second, sus2. And then we come down to B, same idea, except obviously this time we're gonna grab the major note because we're playing a major chord, and we're still gonna grab the sus2 there. And then when we come down to the low string, we are gonna go, again, it's the same idea, major chord, same idea as the B, right? So it's root note, power chord. You get the note above the major one, so sus4 in this case. And then you drop down. Now, whether it's sus2 or sus4 is really irrelevant. I'm just showing you the difference between the two because those are our two types of suspended chords, either a second or a fourth, okay? Now, in the song, that chord progression repeats, and we actually go up to C sharp minor, and then 7th position, we play an E major chord, and then down to the low string to a B major chord. And again, it's played the same way, though I think melodically it's a little different on the E string. This is the same. And then we move up here. Instead of going, that's really bright, that sound. You know, and that's one of the things about the Ghost album, the new one, right? Ghost has traditionally used minor, Phrygian, dark kind of sounds, and this album tends to be kind of throwing back and channeling the gods of the 80s, and it's a little major and brighter sounding. But that note is really bright. So he plays the second and then down to the octave, 7 of the B, down to 9 of the G. Right, a nice little counter melody, and then that's the same right there as the F sharp chord. That also reminds me of a really good John Petrucci, I don't know if it's an exercise or a snippet, I don't even know where it comes from, but essentially you can use it as a picking exercise where you go from this major chord to this major chord, right? Anyway, fun little idea. Maybe we'll do a lesson on that. If you'd like, let me know down in the comments and we can talk about that a little bit, right? Expand our bar chord practice. But there you go, right? Ghost teaching us our basic major and minor chords. Who would have thought, right? Down in the description below, you can find the links for all the tabs. And as always, let me know what you come up with. So until then, I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.